Hey guys, this is Peter from GoodyReader.com. We have the Kindle Oasis on the left, it's the small little guy, and the Voyage on the right. We're going to compare these two today. Most of the things in this comparison are going to be exactly the same. The home screen, as you can see, the screen size, the dimensions, the resolution, everything's going to be exactly the same because pretty much using the same screen. The exterior is what we're really going to focus on. So on the left is the Oasis. So what this is basically is a device that can give you months of charge in a single month of battery life in a single charge. It is a very weird shape. They say it's the thinnest Kindle ever, and they have the guy showing it like this, and they show the little, you know, 0.0000 whatever, but that's only as thin as it is on its thinnest point. As you progress, it gets pretty thick. In fact, it's actually thicker than the Voyage by quite a bit at its thickest point. This is looking like the Wexler Flex, except it is not flexible. It's actually really rigid. I wouldn't be flexing this if I were you. Also, as you see it kind of bouncing up and down, this is the only Kindle that has been available with a gyroscope, meaning you can go like this, read it in your left hand, or go like this and read it in your right hand. This allows you to use page turns. This is page turn buttons. On the top we have a micro USB port right there, and we have a power button. So I got a lot of scratches on my hands. I got a lot of paper cuts from filing lately. So this device basically forces you to buy a cover. Well, it doesn't force you to buy one, it gives you one. So the box looks like this. And in the box you get the usual Kindle box and a charging cover box. You have no choice but to get the charging cover. So the only way they say this is the thinnest Kindle and this is the longest life is kind of little loopholes, because it is only the thinnest at its very thinnest point, and it's only months of charge with the connected battery cover. And the battery cover with the device itself will give you like 2 months of battery, which is really cool. So how it works is that you get a charging cover that is attached by these little pins, and it magnet snaps and it complements the shape of the actual e-reader itself. So it's kind of cool. And they also say asymmetrical design, which isn't necessarily true, because if you look at the back, it's actually completely symmetrical, straight down the middle. It's just asymmetrical the way you hold it, but in reality it's pretty symmetrical. So yeah, the charging cover is included in the bundle, but don't make it seem like, you know, wow, I got a charging cover, you know, this is fantastic. You're paying $300 US for a Kindle Oasis with a charging cover. It's pretty substantial money for a 6-inch e-reader. Whereas the Voyage, you get the haptic feedback buttons, which is the software-driven bezel page turn buttons, flush bezel screen combination, and an ambient light sensor, which they actually took out of the, didn't take out of it. They did not put it on the Oasis. It's only on the Voyage, the ambient light sensor. You have the USB port on the bottom. The back is really cool. On the Voyage, you have the piano finish up top. You see the reflection of the lights there, and the cool angular design of the back. You also have a kind of hard rubber plastic with a power button up top, really nicely nestled there, and a embossed piano finish logo. I'm trying to think of the correct word there. So let's go look at the software experience now. This would be a rather silly review if all we did is say, hey, these two have the same software. For Goody Reader, this is Peter, and then cut to black. So we'll do as best we can with showing you the exact same thing on both screens. But what we'll do is open up the same book on both, the same page, same fonts, same everything, 35% through each one, and just really, I guess, look at them. So what you're seeing here is the exact same thing. It's really the identical experience. We have a lot of the same settings. In fact, things are laid out the same way on both. We'll just give you an example of how they appear. Kind of, if you're doing something like this, kind of a little bit lost for words. We do have something interesting on the Oasis. It's Amazon Ember. It's included optimized font style for the Oasis, specifically for the Oasis, but you do not find that on the Voyage. So we'll go to the one that is the previously new developed one by Amazon, which is Bookerly. So that's the one we'll be comparing. So we'll do a quick oh, it looks like the Oasis sped to the finish line there. Oh, nah, they're the same. So we'll go to the notes and we'll see the keyboard. Keyboards are the same. So response is about equal. We'll do some page turns. Page turns are identical. We'll do another long press. Go to the more button. Translation. We had it on Chinese traditional prior to this video, doing a review video on this. You have the side buttons you can also press on the Voyage, and the physical, oh, get out of there, physical page turn buttons you can press on the Oasis. So both have really good ways of changing pages. You could swipe, tap, or press the physical button. Same with this, swipe, tap, press the physical button. So kind of cool. So we'll go back to the home screen here. So really, you know, we wanted to show you an ebook because you might think like, oh, why are you showing us an ebook if it's the same? Well, we wanted to really stress that, is that the software experience on both of these is the same. So, you know, don't be expecting you're going to get an all new Kindle experience. Now, we look at differences, obviously, that's why we're here. So you see the auto brightness is a checkable box on the Voyage because we have an auto light sensor, and that will allow you to act much like a cell phone. If you're in a dark environment, the lights will go up. If you're in a, down, the light will go up if you're in a very bright environment on your cell phone usually. Same kind of thing. And on the left, you'll notice we have a battery and a cover charge, and this is because this is the battery on the case and the battery on the actual e-reader of the Oasis kind of feeding each other, so they're powering off of each other, which means that the cover will charge the battery once the battery dies or starts to die. So it's really a cool system that they've designed for that. You see the Oasis has been condensed a little bit on the settings. Just go to a couple options to show you that. So they're using more use of the space on this, but that really just means they're spreading it out. And we have screen light, night light settings. Reduce the screen brightness of your eyes, and this will obviously allow you to use the light sensor to handle all that kind of stuff. So all things being equal, we're going to look at the nighttime reading experience. One of the critical differences between these devices is that the Oasis on the left right here has 10 LEDs, or to further identify what I'm talking about, LED lights, which are lights, but the L stands for lights, so it's redundant. But anyways, this has 10 LEDs, this has 6. I didn't think it'd be that evident. It kinda is. This is more perfectly white. This has a little bit of a gray feel. And it's funny, every time we review a Kindle, review a Kindle, the latest generations as they come out, and we keep reviewing its predecessors, keeps getting progressively better and better and better. And you don't really think, because like when we had the Paperwhite, we're like, wow, this is great. This is, you know, gonna get better than this, and it does. So this is the experience on both of these for glow lights, and we can press the settings button and go here and go through some ranges. So we'll go down to 18, go down to maybe 11. You see, it starts to get a little unreadable when you get dark, obviously because you're turning the light off. So try to find that even mix, even range, and you know, make sure you don't wake up the people around you, but still get the full reading experience that these front light e-readers deliver. So yeah, in terms of differences, I mean, I don't want to just go through every single setting and say, oh, this is the same, this is the same. The main differences are that the Oasis is lacking the light sensor, the automatic light sensor, and the Voyage has only 6 LEDs versus the 10, as well as the design of it can being completely different, and the gyroscope being missing out of the Voyage as well. So the Oasis brings a lot of cool things to the table, but it also brings a very heavy price tag, and it boasts a lot of statistics that it's a little bit strange, like the thinnest and the longest life, and it's all kind of conditional on, you know, it being the thinnest point and you using the battery cover. So be careful when you read these kind of selling features of these devices. And personally, I would go with the Voyage just because it feels better in the hand, and it's just when you get too small like this. I mean, look what happened with cell phones. I mean, we got down to the Motorola Razr, and then people we're like, oh man, we want small phones. We went razor crazer and got too small, so now we're at almost 7-inch phablet phones again. So everything comes full circle, and I think Kindle just got a little too tiny here. I don't like holding it very much. I actually like holding the Voyage a lot better. It's got a little bit more weight to it. The Oasis, I think, is a little bit lighter, but use this to your advantage, this video, and check out the differences. And yeah, that's about it for the Voyage versus the Kindle Oasis. If you guys have any questions, let us know.